Every 6th February, the Uganda People's Defense Forces UPDF celebrates the Tarehe Sita in commemoration of the 6th February 1981, a day when the NIRA rebels launched its first attack on the Milton Obote government, hence acting as an earmark for the 5-year guerrilla war that brought in power the national resistance movement. This year, the 43rd Tarehe Sita celebrations have been held in Busesa-Bugwere district under the theme celebrating the people's struggle for unity, security and peace. However, the Democratic Party finds no relevance in celebrating Tarehe Sita since, according to them, most of the things that took the NRA into the bush are now manifesting again. Ismael spotted democracy, kidnaps, rule of law as some of the atrocities that have consistently made Tarehe Sita lose meaning.
When we see even the President of the Republic of Uganda moving around the parade in a bulletproof canteen or something, then no Ugandan is very safe. In a situation where we are still having torture, in a situation where we are seeing the devaluation of the fundamental human rights in Uganda, then we are not seeing any use of the Tarehe Sita.
Addressing the media at their party headquarters in Kampala, Kirya Ismael, the President Young Democrat, says this day only brings sorrowful memories to Ugandans who lost their loved ones during the war.
It is good not to remind Ugandans of the bloodshed and the turmoil which they went through between 1980 and 85. Because we have many Ugandans who lost their parents, they lost their parents, they lost their grandparents, they lost their children, and many other people, friends, because of that war. Now, if you come out right now that you're celebrating that war where someone lost a relative, then you're continuing to pierce in the wounds of our hearts.
Ismael now wants the government to introduce some productive activities that would make Ugandans forget the catastrophic periods of 1981 to 1986 rather than celebrations.
We are encouraging the government to try to bring in some other activities which makes Ugandans forget the war between 1980 and 1985.
A day after schools reopened for this year's academic term, the Democratic Party demanded the government to regulate the school fees and requirements charged by schools, saying the system is exploitative to Ugandans.
We have witnessed many schools which have hiked the school fees, and others are charging 4 million, others 5 million, others 3 million. Others 2.5, basing on what you think that actually you can charge. And we are seeing this is very ambiguous, and it is not good to the parents who are living in our economy. As the Democratic Party, we want to encourage the government to come into the issue of school fees regulation. Let us have at least a minimum fee which a school can charge, regardless of wherever you will be.
Ismael finally called upon the National Identification Registration Authority NIRA to scrap off expiry dates for national IDs and also condemn the charges for people who lost their IDs.
The national ID is a document which confirms that you are a citizen of Uganda. Now, why are we having an expiry? Why are we having an expiry date for a national ID? Does it mean that all Ugandans have a time when they expire to be Ugandans? We are seeing a lot of loopholes in NIRA, and we should actually take so much cautious in NIRA.
John Baptist Ahomza, Church of Uganda, Family TV News at 8.
True allegiance to the Republic of Uganda, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution. So help me God.